Hey y'all. So lately, I hope this isn't too loud. Lately in my lives and my private readings and in my monthly subscriber readings, um, spiritual warfare has come up a lot. There is a lot of spiritual warfare going on right now. Um, for some reason, my spirit guides, guardian angels, and ancestors wanted me to do a reading on the spiritual warfare that's happening right now. So that's what I'm about to do. All right. There are some very easy ways to protect yourself. But let's see, what do you all want us to know about the spiritual warfare? Okay. What else about what's going on? Okay. The only card that came out. Pathway. All right. Let's clarify. That was interesting. These cards that are coming out. Let me raise it up a bit. Any other cards? No. Okay. So, the first card that came out is this King of Pentacles. This is reversed. So when this card comes out reversed, it's all about obsessing over riches, seeking status or greed, a need to balance the material with the spiritual. What I'm getting with this card is more so greed. Definitely greed. 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 Some of the people that are sending negative energy our way. Okay, let me back up. Okay, so one of the reasons that it is very important for us to up our spiritual protection right now is because we are closing out major cycles. We are entering into new major cycles. And what that does is that kind of weakens us a little bit, like that our regular spiritual protection that we do, whatever that may be. I don't know if that's you sage your house once a month, you mop your floors with Florida water or holy water once a month. When we're in the cusp of a new beginning, what I'm getting is that we're a little bit more susceptible to attack. And so it's kind of like, this is a good example. So I have not had a cold in like a year and a half. And recently, I came down with a cold. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I take elderberry, I do vitamin C, I take my vitamins. Like, I'm trying to be really diligent with, like, not getting sick. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? A year and a half without a cold. I feel like that's kind of rare. I don't know. But anyway, that's what it's like. And so I randomly got a cold, and now I feel a little bit better. Anyway, but for that whole year and a half, almost like 2 years, I was perfectly fine. But again, we're all nearing the end of a cycle. And so that spiritual warfare is a lot easier to get in to our energy, which is why we need to spiritually protect ourselves. I love crystals. So what I do to spiritually protect myself is I use crystals. This is Sphalerite. I don't remember how to spell it, but I will put it in the comments below. But this is a really good protection stone. Any stones that are black, I also have Hematite right here, along with Larvikite. Both of these are spiritual protection stones. And I also have Black Tourmaline. Black Tourmaline is one of my favorite stones for spiritual protection because it not only protects you, anything or anyone that is trying to send negative energy your way, it will bounce off of you and go back to their ass. So that's why I like this. Also, amethyst. Amethyst is like my favorite crystal, but amethyst is also a protection stone. And so, I don't know. So let's say you sage your house once a month. Maybe now you decide you want to wear a crystal, or you want to put a crystal somewhere so that it protects your home or protects you. That's what I'm talking about. Or, like I said, if you sage your house once a month, maybe start saging it once every other week. Some of the tips, some of the things that I do, especially as a content creator, like if you're a content creator, you should definitely be protecting your energy and protecting yourself, because no telling who the hell is watching. There are a lot of crazy people out here. And this spiritual warfare is like at a peak right now. So one thing that I like to do is witch hazel. Witch hazel is a hex remover. It's also a really good protection herb. And so you can get witch hazel like as an astringent and use it as a toner. I like to mix mine with holy water. Now, do not consume holy water, and only do this if you feel comfortable. But you know, every time I wash my face, especially if I have gone live that day, I will use my toner that has witch hazel and holy water in it to help spiritually protect. Also, one of my favorite ways of protection is sound bowls or singing bowls. It helps to cleanse the energy, removes any negative energy. I'm hearing someone out there maybe getting a cold right now. If you're getting a cold, I'm hearing to drink chamomile tea. Chamomile is a really great herb as well for protection. What I have been shown is chamomile kind of lulls whoever your enemy is, or whoever is sending negative energy your way. It kind of lulls them into like a comfortability, almost like a baby. And so their anger, their resentment, their whatever just kind of fades a little bit and it backs off. So that's how I have seen chamomile working. So if you feel like you're getting a cold, drink chamomile tea with honey. But chamomile, you can also burn that. You can even make a little, what are they called? You can make a little bag of protection yourself that either has herbs mixed with crystals, and then you put it in your pocket, you put it in your purse, something like that. But yeah, this spiritual warfare is very intense right now. And also, spiritual warfare does not look like somebody in the kitchen with a big cauldron stirring up some chicken bones and and reciting something in some ancient language. I am actually going to do a Zoom party where we're going to look at someone who had a spiritual attack put on them by a Christian or someone who does not believe in spirituality. Like, it can literally be someone talking about you with so much venom, and that is a spiritual attack. The good thing with this spiritual warfare that's going on, like if you've been feeling a little off, yeah, it's a crazy season. Also, it's Pisces season. Pisces is also the last astrological sign, I believe, of the zodiac. So again, major shifts are happening right now. So you're a little bit more vulnerable. Not to say somebody is like going to unalive you or anything like that. No. But like, they may be hindering your progress towards that next cycle, and you want to really protect that because we've been going through it as a collective. We have been going through it. So I know everybody out there is ready to start this cycle. So up your spiritual protection. All right. The other thing with this is, with this Eight of Swords, what I'm seeing is that the hold or the worry that some of us probably have, because again, I feel like we're all kind of feeling something like, what the hell? The hold or any fears that you have about somebody who probably doesn't like you for some reason or another, whether you know them or not, it's really not going to affect you if you up your spiritual protection. And I'm getting if you don't. Okay. Let's say without any spiritual protection, you're 100% uncovered. If you don't up your spiritual protection and just keep doing what you're doing, you're still 75 to 85% covered. So the effect that they will have on your soul cycle and the effect that they will have on you moving on to your next soul lesson and soul beginning a whole new era, these ribbons are still going to fall away, but it will just be with one hand tied behind your back because you're 75 to 85% spiritually covered. If you're 100% covered, you're going to breeze right through this. But this card is really saying, you know, granted, upright, yes, this is someone who is bound and restricted, can't get away, can't whatever. But with this card reversed, the swords fall and the ribbon falls away. And so our ribbon is about to fall away in this new season. And so in order to get there really quickly, because also I've been hearing we need to work with our ancestors more. Even if you're a Christian. I don't even know why. I mean, maybe you're what? I don't know why you would watch this, but maybe you would. I don't know. But even if you're a Christian, maybe, you know, make a little altar for your ancestors. And your ancestors can be your grandma or your mom, your dad, your sibling, whatever. And that's what I like to recommend to people. If they don't know, like, how to start an altar, start it with someone that you know in your family. So it's a little bit easier because you know, like, oh, my grandma liked this, so I'm going to put this on here. Oh, I'm using grandma because I'm actually looking at my grandma's altar right now. It has a dish of her favorite candy. It has a necklace of hers. It has a Crown Royal coin bag. My grandma did not even drink like that, so I don't know why she had this coin bag, and some other stuff on there. Oh, and a candle, that's her favorite color. Start with that. And that's also actually going to help with spiritual protection because you're going to be able to communicate with your ancestors better. And you're going to be able to hear them a lot easier, a lot more easily than usual. And so having that spiritual connection is also a, a layer of protection as well. Lastly, with this pathway card always makes me excited. First off, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. But our new cycle is going to be very amazing. Some of us are going to have to pinch ourselves to feel like is this real? Is like literally I was talking to someone and she said, "I just met this guy and he's just too good to be true." And I was like, all the cards are saying you need to believe it. So like stuff like that is going to start happening to us as a collective as we finish our last lessons for this cycle and enter into a new era. It's going to be a very positive one, but definitely up your spiritual protection. Also with crystals, crystal quartz. I use crystal quartz because it is an amplifier. So I even sleep with some hematite like next to me. I don't play. So those are just some ways. You can also burn a black candle for spiritual protection or a white candle. Trying to think of some other things. Oh, you could, okay. Black women out there. Another trick that I do. I make my own hairspray. It has like jojoba oil, peppermint to stimulate the follicles, the hair follicles to grow, water, and then I also add holy water. I could probably even add Florida water too, because Florida water does smell good. You could even use Florida water as like a perfume, like spray yourself before you leave, something easy like that. I'm trying to offer like easy suggestions for spiritual protection, but I probably should have written some of this down, I guess, but it's just kind of flowing from spirit, which is how I like to do my readings. So anyway, I hope this was helpful, and be on the lookout for more announcements because for the Zoom party where we watch, it's just like a 20-minute video. And then we're going to discuss it in a live. So be on the lookout for that, and I will see you all in my next live. Bye.